Most people would have given up after 3 hours, but she waited 12 full hours in the same seat, barely moving, and when people found out why, they couldn't hold back their tears. Subscribe to Minutes of Moral for powerful stories that reveal the quiet strength inside ordinary people. Like, comment, and share to spread hope and humanity. They say character is who you are when no one is watching. But what if you had nothing left and fate offered you a way out? This is the story of Sarah, a woman who had every reason to give up, but instead made a choice that changed everything. It was another cold morning in Kansas City. Rain had drizzled through the night and soaked the concrete with a bone-chilling dampness. The city woke up in waves, commuters rushing by, coffee shops opening their doors, and cars honking in the usual early chaos. And there, under a rusted bus stop, slept Sarah. She was wrapped in a thin blanket with frayed edges. Beside her lay a pile of bags, not filled with possessions, but with survival. A half-empty water bottle, a plastic spoon, an old coat 2 sizes too big. Sarah had been living on the streets for nearly 8 months. She wasn't born into this life. Once she'd had a job, a fiancé, a small apartment with photos on the walls. But life has a way of unraveling things quietly. It started with a layoff, then medical bills, then the breakup. One missed rent turned into eviction, and before she knew it, Sarah found herself invisible, a ghost among the living. Most mornings were the same. She'd walk 3 blocks to the back of a bakery. If she was lucky, they'd leave out old bread. Other times, she waited near the train station for kind strangers. $1 here, a sandwich there. And through it all, Sarah never stopped saying thank you, even when people looked away, even when they avoided eye contact. She held on to her dignity like a candle in the dark. She still said please. She still smiled. She still hoped. That morning, Sarah stopped by the donation bin behind a local church. It was an old metal container with chipped paint and stickers that had long peeled off. She reached in, fingers numb from the cold, hoping to find socks. What she found instead was a small velvet box, red, dusty, but still intact. She paused, opened it slowly. Inside was a diamond engagement ring. The diamond glinted even in the gray morning light. It looked new, beautiful, precious. For a moment, Sarah forgot how cold she was. She stared, her breath visible in the morning air. Thousands of dollars, maybe more. Her mind raced. Food, a motel room, clean clothes, maybe even a job interview. She could sell it. Pawn shops don't ask questions. She looked around. No one saw her, no cameras, no security. She slipped the box into her coat pocket and started to walk. Her feet moved through puddles, but her thoughts grew heavier with every step. Each footfall echoed louder inside her chest. She walked for blocks, past fast food signs, past a gas station. Her heart was pounding, not with excitement, but something else, guilt. She sat on a wet bench in a small park. The trees were bare. Children played in the distance. But for Sarah, the world had gone quiet. She pulled the box out again. The diamond sparkled, but her soul didn't. This ring means something to someone, a voice inside her whispered. It's not yours, you know that. Tears welled in her eyes. She remembered her own engagement, years ago. The feeling of holding something sacred in her hands. Number she couldn't keep it, not like this. The nearest jewelry store was 3 miles away. Sarah began to walk. Her shoes were soaked, her fingers stiff with cold. But she walked with purpose, clutching the small box as if it were her compass. When she arrived, she hesitated. She saw her reflection in the store's glass door. Tired, ragged, dirty. She almost turned away. But then she walked in. A bell rang above the door. Behind the counter stood a man in a neat shirt and tie. He looked up. His smile faltered for a moment, taking in her appearance. "Can I help you?" he asked politely. Sarah walked to the counter and opened the box. "I found this," she said. "Has anyone reported it missing?" The man's eyes widened. He called for the manager. The manager remembered. A young woman had come in just 3 days ago, crying, panicked, She had lost her engagement ring while rushing to her car after getting it cleaned nearby. The store called her immediately. 20 minutes later, she arrived, worn out, breathless, tears already streaming down her cheeks. When she saw the ring, she gasped. Then, she hugged Sarah tightly. "I thought it was gone forever," she whispered. "My fiancé gave it to me before his deployment. He said, 'This ring will keep us together until I come home.'" She reached into her purse. "I want to pay you," she said. "Please, it's the least I can do."